Okay, update 51. Epic Destinies. Let's take a gander. I've not looked at any of this at all. We'll see if it's good, bad, in between. Blah blah blah. All this is early stuff, which means this is what you get. Okay. Oh. We're gonna read this slightly out of order though. Half elf. Ooh. Half elf's becoming playable. Interesting. Alright. Big changes. What do we got? Disclaimer, anything could happen. Blah, blah, blah. Cohesive experience from levels 20 to 30. Alright, makes sense. It's pretty packed towards the beginning. You pretty much get it all at 20. So, if you had it and got them up there, cool. If not, well, you can beat a maximum of 3 destinies at once. Enhancement windows, blah, blah, okay. Every level up beyond 20, you're in destiny points. Alright, so we probably knew it was going to be somewhat gated. You don't get everything until cap. Looking at the update nerf from Taleb, it's going to be different. It's going to be spread out. Oh, let's see. Spin points freely between the trees, resetting your ED point. Okay, so you're going to get a big stack of points. They have ranks. Okay. Oh, so we're going to get quote unquote levels, but not really. Okay. Looks like we're going to be even weaker before legendary levels. Yeah, it looks like 29 30. Oh boy, yeah. So all the people that are piking on their way up from 20 to 28, 29 are going to be even more so. Mix of old and new, okay. As we determined and found what things were good, we're taking those away and giving something else. That's a little bit sarcastic. Unlocking a tree in the new system also provides... okay. How exactly does this work? Core 1. I'll probably just have to go to Lamani and put points in things. Okay, we still gotta go to the Fate Spinner. Fully cap all your destinies, get a cloak. Okay. No more twists, because you don't have twists, you just... Alright, so you're only going to be... So if you were twisting from more than 2 other destinies, you're going to be losing potential twists. You can have a certain amount of fate points. Yeah, so they're talking about, so they're going to have to really adjust some quests, because there are some quests that are very dependent upon having your destinies to do well. You're going to be, people that are leveling today are going to be really hard compared to people that had all the destinies. Okay, so you can still get points from past lives, still get points from the tome. So the past lives are going probably going to continue. The epic past lives will continue to be probably the most important past lives. Probably more so than racials or anything else. If you're going and playing a 30 for a while. Alright, rather than requiring karma. Okay, that's nice. That was just kind of dumb. Forcing you to play in a certain destiny. Just take the past life of your choice. Okay, past life of your choice and return to 20. Epic Completionist, rather than granting a Twisted Fate slot, will instead grant a flat +1 action point. Woo boy! Oh, you get a few more of those. So there's tiers. Okay. That seems kind of, maybe that's kind of weak compared to how good a twist was. Okay. So big kids will have 4 destiny points. Man, that doesn't sound like a lot compared to that twist, but you are going higher than just hitting 12, so that's something. Do get them right away. Okay. Oh, are your tomes gated also? This statement here seems to indicate that. One from a tome at 20, so you don't get the others? Alright, so they're getting the whole thing. Alright, ooh, a chart. Let's read this first. Though you may have gleaned from the above sections, there's no Epic Destiny XP or Karma. Players not required to level up in a Destiny or an XP in a Destiny to unlock new trees of Reincarnate. That's good. Hopefully they make the feats a little more accommodating of that too. Building a new character, they're basically garbage until you smash through all your Destinies, or at least enough to get the feats you need. And we're getting ranks so that we can feel more special about leveling up in epics. Leveling up in epics. Alright. Oh, this is actually nice. We're actually going to do something at 22 and 23. This is the real level cap raise right here. Actually doing something at these levels. More Destiny. Okay. Which means they're going to water down the Destiny feats or make some new ones. And then we still get our Scion of whatever feat. Which they may mess with some as well. We'll see. So this is nice. They probably should put something at 29. Like you did all this. Don't leave us hanging, man. How about something goes right there when you get literally all your gear? Hmm. Oh, that was kind of a whiff. All right, all right. Destiny feats on language 3 requirements. That's good because that's terrible. I simply have level prerequisites. Destiny feats on the 20. Yep. Okay. In a separate post, we'll talk about that. Known issues. There's probably a bunch of stuff broken. Okay, well, we don't care about that though. It's gonna be worked on and maybe fixed. So there's the crux. Let's go look at this. Design paradigm. What are we thinking? Okay, well we just read that post, so we follow directions. All right. Looking at the current spread of 12 trees, they're all over the place in effectiveness and usability. Yeah, there's some trees that are garbage and some trees that are real good. You know, like it, blah, 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 okay. Old EDs gave specific bonuses to specific caster levels in the cores. Yeah, you were pretty much. +1, this is nice. You gain +1 caster level with all classes for every 2, okay. That's actually very nice. So you could be in whatever destiny you want, or destinies, and you still get the caster levels. So that's that's a positive change. That's good. You probably still want to be in those in like Draconic, Magister, Primal, whatever, but this is good. This is very good. Spell schools and spell DCs. Old Destinies had small. Yep. Each spell school would have a specialized destiny. Okay. Each core of a casting tree grants +1 to all DCs. Alright, that's good. Course from the tree. Okay, so you can't double dip. Each of these has a tier 5 that grants more. Okay. So you're probably still pigeoned into a specific destiny. Or wait. Oh, each of the. Oh, to all DCs. Okay, so never mind. Tier 3, a multi-selector for a subset of DCs. Okay, so there may be some mild overlap here, maybe? That sounds okay. Well, this is looking positive so far. Casters could use a boost because they got wrecked. Okay, you can't pick Necromancy 6 times. Okay.
It looks like overall there are less DCs around, though.
That's, hey Quinn. That's actually good. We're planning on removing the Epic Resilience buff from all monsters in-game to make DCs easier to achieve. That is probably very good. DCs are a very all or nothing thing. And there's a lot of like, okay, work, 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 work. Okay, now you're good. And until then, you're just bad. So this is probably good.
It does seem pretty good.
Oh, I'm reading these for the first time. I've not looked at them one bit.
Okay. Well, for the DCs, it looks like there's less DCs available overall, if you do the math there. Before you get same amount of caster levels.
Yeah, cast levels. Each core of a casting tree gains 1 epic bonus to all DCs. So if you take like Primal and you're a Sork, I mean that's still okay, in
Yeah, it
theory.
is.
We haven't got to the
But
rest of this yet, but
the problem is that before there were 1 DC per Destiny level, but now there's only +3 DCs in the trees until you go to tier 5.
oh, until you get the big boost. Yeah. Um, maybe it'll kind of work itself out a little bit like with this. And plus DCs while leveling up
Maybe.
tended to. It seemed like when you hit the second you hit 29, you hit legendary content, the DCs like skyrocketed. Leveling up, like if you had like a 60, 70 DC, you were amazing. And then, okay, now you have a 90 DC, oh, you're garbage. So maybe this will work out. I'll do a
Maybe.
little bit more reading. I don't remember how big this epic resilience buff is either. If it's a static
It's
amount. But,
+6 at full health. If they're below full health, it's +4 DCs.
okay, so
And then
that's
under half health, it's 2 DCs.
all right. So that's quite a bit of DC then. Interesting. Spell power types. We want to have at least one tree that specializes in that kind of damage. Oh, okay. So there's this. So all the like negative casters, artificers, and whatnot are gonna have some kind of destiny that'll actually make them work. All right. So they're gonna give a little bit more spell casting power spread across the board as opposed to okay, well, take Empyrean magic. I'm guessing Meld, Empyrean, Martial Hymn, and a couple others are being wrecked or removed.
Possibly, I haven't seen that far yet.
See, no new EDs. New EDs will give no spell critical chance. That seems bad. Fire and Light is severe advantage. Yep. Other almost neglected. So instead of giving critical chance everywhere, we just remove it completely. So that's a big nerf. New EDs will give no spell critical damage. Oh my. goodness. If damaging spellcasters weren't already wrecked before, wow.
Yeah, they're getting hit really hard again.
They didn't need to get hit more. You already hit them real hard. Man, I'm glad I teared off a Sork. Talab saying, I think the ED change is good for people that like niche builds, but bad for people that like to build for power. We'll see. Still haven't read everything yet. Melee range power.
I'm
Okay.
also a little concerned, like for DCs, they could have added it in one DC per epic level, and instead they're only adding in one every 2 levels. This was a chance to actually make it scale properly, and now it's not going to again.
Hmm. Okay. Fury's only going to. Ooh. Fury's only going to do melee power. Shirai's only going to do ranged power. Interesting. So the Fury Archer is possibly dead. Maybe.
I think it's already the case, though, isn't it, for those destinies?
I don't. I don't think so. Well, Fury'd give. Well, does Fury give? Fury doesn't give a ton of ranged power, if any. And Shrouded gives a lot, but Fury you can Fury you can Adrenaline like what 3 times to every hunt's end.
Yeah.
My plan at the moment was to run Fury for the Archer, but I was gonna try it out in different places. So this is interesting, so that there's not some weird decision based on melee or ranged power.
Okay, the current thing in Fury is 6 melee power and 1 range power per core.
Okay, so an ever so slight nerf to that, but still.
Well, the wiki might be out of date as well. Might be 10 now.
Okay. Well, from a high level standpoint, I like them normalizing this. That seems good. It seems that then you can base your other abilities a little bit more easily, and there's less like people not understanding just how good Shadow Dancer is because of how much melee power it gives. So this you'll just be looking at your abilities and things you can do, and not this business. That seems
Yep.
good. Uh,
Okay, Shroudi is currently just range power, by the way.
Interesting. Okay, so that's actually not that much different. Oh, okay. So interesting. Your charges of various things are going to work off of your old school stuff. Okay. Hmm. It's like what Primal Scream is going to work off the number of rages you have. That could be kind of interesting. I'll have to look see what this looks like in more detail. It could help some things. It could help Healing Spray. It could hurt other stuff. Hmm. I'm presuming you haven't logged into Lania or looked at anything.
I have not.
Okay, I haven't either. Feats. We got instead of just removing feats that are bad, we're just gonna try to make all this gigantic pile of feats. Okay, that kind of seems bad. I feel like you need to strip some more stuff out of the game. Okay, interesting. This could maybe go either way. There's probably gonna be some standouts and some still garbage. No more ability score bonuses. So we're all gonna lose some ability scores maybe.
Yeah, we're losing more DCs for everything.
Okay.
Tactics and spells.
Yeah, I like this so long as they make sure that we can still hit DCs for things throughout the tree. Because being forced between just raw, spending just points on raw stats was like their way of making a Destiny work for any class, which was okay-ish, but that aspect kind of sucks.
Well, they set up top how many DCs are going to be, by the way. It's
Yeah.
+3 for a specific school, and then +6 universal per tree,
I,
along
I,
with 5 cast levels.
I feel this ability score thing, taking that away, removes what was kind of a bad choice based off of a bad original design.
It
So
could
I want
definitely
to
be a
take
good
something
thing.
interesting, or do I just take a bunch of con?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is probably, from a design perspective, a good thing. But unless they make it up somewhere, we're going to lose some oomph. So your 8K plus Reaper tank's going to take a big hit. Let's see, DC checks. Old Epic Destinies had DC checks. Wait, one thing basically? So a whole big paragraph about cards with Tea with the Queen.
This is not about Tea with the Queen. It's about like Dragon Breath and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Well, this is or maybe
Like Dragon Breath uses scale with Charisma.
yeah. Well,
I think
this is
Charisma.
probably good. This seems good.
Charisma only. So now it's more than one thing.
Yeah, if it's a melee thing though, and it doesn't scale with your two hit stat, that's probably bad. But at least con's in there. So if you're like a charisma, like a PDK or falconry or harper, some of those things might go down. I can't think of what those would be offhand.
So like Dragon Breath will be Wisdom also now after this
Well,
change.
that's good. So in that case,
Uh,
that's really good.
Something that was based on strength before or Dex.
The boulder toss, maybe.
Okay, Boulder Toss. Sure, it's gonna be a Strength Dex Con now.
I can't. Maybe. Oh, the assassin stab.
Yeah, that'd also be a Strength Dex Con. So if you're a Charisma Paladin, you can't use any of that stuff very easily.
Yeah, they really need to make tactical things or things like that. Just work off of whatever your attack and damage main stat
They
is.
did say that their last next comma after the next comma further down the sentence. Highest of all ability score, if otherwise both. If it's both the spell and physical ability. Right
If
there.
otherwise slash both. Well, what's that mean? So what is this boulder toss? Is it a spell? Is it physical?
It might be both.
Hmm. I feel like they should
And
have just like saved themselves a lot of effort and just like whatever your high stat is, just use that. I think that's
yeah.
just been easier for them and us. Whoa, hey, and things like EA Sunbolt, Divine Wrath, yeah. Being able to do those as a arcane could be fun. Uh, More immediate news. Magister goes away. Magus of the Eclipse, a much harder thing to say. Good, good. ED for negative, cold necromancy.
Let's see, there's no poison here.
To keep up with Destiny's global system of active play across all trees. What does that mean? Mantles. Oh, it says stances.
Yep, you only be one epic stance at a time.
Okay. That, I guess that's fine. And you can swap between them, kind of like past life
Yep.
stances. You probably won't do it much, but you can. So, uh, but this seems kind of like maybe more trouble than it's worth, but maybe it could be okay. I feel like they probably put too much effort into this. Charge systems, builders and spenders. Various oh, what is this? Path of Exile? This is straight up Path of Exile.
Is it?
Divine charges, martial charges, primal charges, remove spheres, but we still have this? Okay. Interesting. This is 100% Path Exile. So we're all going to splash into primal for some kind of weird con buff defensive thing. Builder. Okay. I guess standardizing this sort of thing makes sense because it was kind of willy-nilly before. Like there wasn't always a lot of spenders for your builders and things. Yeah, this is 100% somebody played Path Exile and ported it over.
Okay.
So you do things, get charges, spend charges, or potentially hold charges. So okay, all right, is that it? That's it. What's the next thing? Epic feats, destiny feats, legendary feats, changes. Build enhance spin kind of predates Path of Exile. It does. That's just the first game that came to mind because it looked so much like it. Alright, blah blah. In this new framework, we're moving some specific power to VD trees into the feats. Okay. They really hate people being awesome at level 20.
Yeah, level 20 is going to be even weaker now than they were before.
So hopefully they're gonna tune down some of the level 20s, like spread that out too, which they probably won't. Alright. Oh, okay, so this is already mentioned. Spellcaster level of all casting classes. That's actually very good. That'll help make up for some of the weapons to a certain extent.
They just removed that from the cores and the Destiny cores
You
and are
put it
adding it
here,
to the
yeah.
epic levels instead.
But
So it's
now if
good
you
for
play like
some
a
builds.
weird build, it's gonna help weird builds, like
Yeah.
Collab said.
Yep.
It's gonna help hybrid builds. So this is like it may be the day, it may be the dawn of the EK supremacy. We'll see. This
It'll
is
be
great.
great. It'll be great for druid casters that don't have to be in
Oh yeah,
Primal Avatar.
yeah. True. Oh, they will become way ahead. Any kind of hybrid thing. No more sphere requirements. Yes, this sucked. New players like, hey, take this feat. Oh, I can't because it sucks to be me. Or new character. That's great. All right. Oh, well, here's our critical chance. Okay, so the epic spell power feats now actually matter, but for one type. So you're really pigeoned into one type. They tried to get you to play two elements and then did this. Okay.
Well, you can take 2 feats then if you want to play 2 different types.
What else we got? Dire Charge. Oh, okay. They probably hate this too. It's in Legendary Dreadnought. Mass Frog is now in Primal. Okay. They must have just hated those feats. These feats are probably just too hard for to work around. Epic Skill Focus. Wait, isn't this something that we got on the way up? Or was this?
I think
Oh,
that was
oh no, that was okay.
facing her. Is that
Now this
facing her or
Epic
no?
Skill Focus, you could take like Epic Skill Focus Intimidate if you have
Oh,
max
right.
intimidating
+5.
ranks. Yeah.
Yep, +5.
So I hope we can get that made back up because some of us are pretty sketch on our
That
intimidating
was,
thresholds.
yeah, super
But
important for Intimidate.
but as long as I cover the edge cases for like the one or two of these that were good, this is nice. Because those were just extra guard. Like they need to remove that. They need to remove like bullheaded and like all that crap. Just delete it from the game. Make our feat list and the code base smaller. Just remove stuff that's real bad. Um, Destiny, blah. Destiny feats no level. Destiny feats 28, 25, 29, no 28. The fact that we actually have levels that matter, like I think that's the level cap increase. My tank loses 5 and 10. Yeah, it's gonna be trouble for some. What do we got? Oh hey, this is actually better, I think.
I
So
like the poison spell power.
this is where we have to get our spell crit damage now, I guess.
Scion of Earth knows poison.
I think it's nice to take that out of magic or draconic specifically and put it elsewhere in whatever way it looks like, so that you can play like
Yeah.
the angel thing and still have more to your say fire or light or whatever.
You no longer have to take Scion of Fire if you're a damage
Yeah,
caster.
or like trying to choose between draconic and fate for bard caster. Monsters are getting 10 to resist and 10. Well, I haven't seen that yet. No longer grant spell. That's sad.
DC is instead of spell points.
Oh, they okay. Interesting. They're also just kind of. Oh, they're just making these all look identical. Okay. I think this is the big winner here so far. The Feywild, the Fey Sonic damage.
It only changes more crit damage.
This is a Bard, and this is going to be huge for those Bard casters and some Warlocks. Here's some stuff to make negative casters more viable, like some of those 1 clerics.
Celestia still has hit points, that's good.
Oh my goodness.
It's even better now.
Wow. That is amazing. That's nuts, dude. Oh boy. That's crazy. This is insane. Sign of water would be great for Druid. What was water again? Evo. Cold critical damage. Yeah, it'll be good. Alright. Well, there was those. I thought there might be more to that. So let's see. Things that were 28s, or things that they don't say things that were 26. I thought all the um,
Yeah, if it was 26, it's now 22.
oh, these are scions. Oh, I guess the other feats are all just gonna stay there but get knocked down a bit. Okay. So maybe you can pick up some more feats that are good. All right. What
Well,
else we
keep in
got?
mind the plan for all this is to increase the level cap as well.
Of course it is. I skipped the individual ones. Basic changes. Anything fancy here? Radiant service getting changed a whole bunch. Protection available mass for Druid. Okay. Nothing really huge here. Burst of Glacial Wrath works on everything. That's cool. So nerf EK item defense. Sad. Oh well. That was to be expected, I guess. Oh, guild augments fully deprecated. Go to hell, guilds. Flame Blades and Celestia have once again been jacked with. Charter Soul is now actually usable. That's good. That's very nice. I had to collect like weird like collections of those. No more spamming CC for monsters. Okay. This Beef mentioned this. So this must be like a safe spot fix, or the protection altar just detonates you and you die. NPCs from Meridia that were not meant to be there. Okay. Ooh, correcting some dry firing spells. Maybe bows could get corrected on dry firing too. Oh, this is good. There's some people that have lost their hit points and things. Percentages, okay, I guess that's okay. Cause so what does this change really? The percentage HP of the monster? Did we really care if somebody correctly eyeballed 5 versus 6%? Was that like a real major stickler? Oh, it's at 6. No, it's a 7%. Oh, you son of a bitch. My math said by that time it's already doesn't matter. So, I guess whatever. Okay, so those are all the minor changes. Nothing super crazy. Well, let's look at all these guys. In no particular order. No, it's 6.89. Ah, you son of a bitch. It's going to be exactly what it says now. Oh, Die Hard! Goody! Fury's full of hit points and melee power. And unconscious range. Okay, I guess.
That's alright for a
Die
tank.
Hardest? Ah, that's fine. Well, you know, there's been a few times where I got knocked out with only like a little bit of unconscious range, and so it would have been like if I'd have gone to minus 200, I would have lived. Okay. They have a theme. Boost your ability of two weapons and two-handed. Melee focus treated to raging, trip, and fighting in the front lines. Alright. Extra saves. Creature dodge cap. Alright. Here's our adrenaline. Is this a nerf to adrenaline? Cooldown 8 seconds. I think that's a nerf. In the like six or 7 seconds? 7 seconds?
I think it changes per core, so I wouldn't
Oh,
call it a
okay.
nerf just yet.
Quick cutter. Promo charge. Is this skill again? While quick is still active. So this seems kind of not great. Bane damage per character level.
They need to get away
This
from D6. D6 is bad.
doesn't seem great. Every this compared to adrenaline, even a nerfed adrenaline, this seems awful. I have to see it in action. Just seems bad. Gain a primal charge when the strike connects. Gain a primal charge. What do we spend these primal charges on? Gain bonuses to trip DCs. Okay. Do damage against helpless targets. Gain healing. Scales with positive or melee power. That's cool. That's interesting. During the amount of PR that literally does not matter. It should be like 10, 20, 30. This does not matter in the slightest ounce. No one will take this
Nope.
ever. Literally no one will take this. But the Mantle of Fury sounds kind of cool. Every 15 seconds get a heal. That's okay. Alright, Tier 2. A charge attack with a critical multiplier. If you're raging. Oh, that's kind of fun. You can bounce around. That's kind of cool. Primal charges. No, okay, so here's where we start doing things with our primal charges. More rages for barbarians. Okay, that's cool. Oh, when you gain the barbarian rage. Oh, okay. There we go. This is a good thing here, I think. This sounds good. Primal Scream is kind of better and kind of worse. This really ought to be 2. This is just annoying. 1, just make it 2. Make it even. So it always does something. Every time any kind of D&D has done gain
That's,
+1 to a stat, it's always been awful. Because somebody gets something, somebody else did not.
it was +5 to stats before, now it's +3 max.
Oh, per primal charge. Okay,
Yep.
disregard. Alright, that's fine.
That's +3 score.
Okay, so this is actually a buff then. I can read.
No, it's not a buff because before it was +5. +5 stats from Primal Scream.
Oh, +1 per charges. Have we seen how many charges we can get yet?
+3 is max charge.
3 is the max charge. Well, that's still kind of dumb. It should be. Um,
Should be +2 ability scores per charge, in my opinion.
it should be an even number.
Yeah. Maybe there's a way to modify how many primal charges you can hold, because it says if you have 3 or more.
Yeah, I haven't seen where it says how many primal charges we can get. Did it
It
say
was
that
on
up
the other
here?
page. It was on one of the other pages for charges.
Oh, where was that at?
Right
It's
there.
here.
Cap 3
3
stacks.
stacks enhancements can modify. Okay.
So you'd have an enhancement that modifies the stacks.
Okay. Chances to gain primal charge of each melee attack. Okay. Guard against demons. Silver and cold iron. Oh, here we go. Here's our primal charge cap. This is good. This looks good.
Okay.
This looks real good. Oh, this is fun. Looks fun. Double strike, strike through or offhand. Make a choice. It's less strike through overall, but now you have a choice of what you do. This is interesting. Even if perhaps we lose some strike through, this is still quite interesting. Like this is an actual choice. Oh, Eternal Rage. This is cool. This is really cool. That's great. Get more rages? Oh man.
You have to spend points for a 30% chance to get a rage, though.
Every time you get a primal charge, and that's every
Yeah,
time
but
you
that's
every
like it costs 3
adrenaline.
points.
Yeah, but I mean this could be good. Even if you just do like that, all of a sudden your rages regenerate like every 10 times you click the adrenaline button, or every now and then from this. Although you might not be able to afford this with the other stuff. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Maybe this is a trap. Maybe you should just not run out of rages. Interesting. L
There's
accuracy.
our there's our adrenaline damage bonus right there.
You're probably gonna end up taking this. I feel like that's gonna outweigh this for pretty much everybody. But at least
Yeah.
it's a sort of choice. I mean, that is kind of interesting. But this feels so much more impactful than the other one. Which is too bad because this sounds really cool. Like more accuracy and more, damage from Ram's Might. More hit points from animal growth. Like that, it seems cool, but that's interesting. Well, that's kind of a fun soloist thing. I think this will be nice for more casual types. Or if you just want to play your whatever character you're on in Fury and you want to like you're playing your Kensai instead of having just like no healing, now you have some. Or your Barbarian, like that could be fun. This will be nice for a certain segment of the population. I don't know if you would take this on a high performance build, but that looks kind of fun. You gain improved trip. Kind of okay.
And there's sense weakness.
Fortification bypass. That's nice. Gain. Oh, okay. All right.
That is not very much fort bypass.
That could probably get upped a little bit, like 5, 10, 15. The sense weakness is no longer by any means mandatory, so I guess it should have figured that anything that was a mandatory pick is going to get seriously jacked with.
Right.
This, I don't know. What else do we got? Oh, here we go. Ooh. Well, two of them fighting in animal form. So here's bosses versus questing. Actually, no. This is
I was gonna say you want adrenaline.
this is gonna yeah, this is just gonna be your go-to. Even if for like doing weird solo stuff, I think it's just clocking a dude every 8 seconds and knocking him dead. So the adrenaline's actually kind of getting boosted. Whoa, this is cool. I mean, I'm gonna take this, but this looks fun. So you consume a rage charge, primal scream. Very interesting. Huh. I don't know how many people will take or be able to afford this, but that's quite interesting. All right, here's our big stuff. Oh my goodness, hit points like crazy. Barbarians and
So
Rangers are now
20%.
extra beefy. Bards get a little bit from this too. They get wilderness lore. They get all the lores.
So max 20% hit points.
Wowzers, that's cool. Gain some hit points. Uh, which will get boosted by max hit points and PRR. Harbinger Chaos specifically gives you more. Interesting. Wilder weapons. Okay, we continue our choice. But this is probably going to be your mandatory go-to. Okay, and then here's our dire charge replacement for Fury. Oh, what? Charges. So basically, you have a Fury cone. melee attack. 10%. Okay, every 2 lore feats. Yeah, that's still a lot of hit points though.
Trip everything in account.
But you still get this. Oh, you don't get the percentage damage. Never mind. Well, you're still gonna hit him with a
The
high weapon crit.
percentage damage is in the cores.
Okay, so this isn't an
And it's
adrenaline
upgrade.
hit, but it is still it is still, you're gonna hit him for 6 weapon or 3 weapon or whatever, probably a crit. And they're knocked down. That's, what's the cooldown on that? Doesn't say. It'd be nice to know. I'm gonna guess somewhere between dire charge and 30 seconds.
Alright, this is every 2 wilderness lore feats, so it's 10% hit points.
So, I don't know, this is, depending how much you can spam, this is looking pretty good. I mean, Fury's already good, and it's still, I mean, it's still looking pretty okay. Give you dire charge replacement. Alright, cool. Primal
Yeah, it's
Avatar.
adrenaline's gonna have a cooldown of 8 seconds now, but might be okay.
That's what, 1 second more? And you never run dry. Which I think is also good. I think the fact that it just gives you the charge and you don't like run dry ever, I think that's good. Having to take, because then that makes the other enhancement to regain charge mandatory, which is like, why is it even a choice? Just do this. So this is better. Way better. And then you're also incentivized to use it early and often. So I think this is pretty seems okay. Uh Primal Avatar, Fleas. Alright. Core abilities. Let's see. The Primal's been rebuilt to focus on just spellcasting. It's melee elements moving into Fear of the Wild. So okay, so we saw the natural fighting go into Fear of the Wild. Alright. So what do we have happening here? Oh, different spell casting things get bonuses to DCs. And then a secondary. Okay. And these are core abilities, so it looks, I'm guessing you can't double up. You cannot choose what you took in the first core again. Alright. Interesting. Gain. Is this a multi-selector or just gain all of this? Looks like you just gain all of that. That's interesting. Pro elements might actually be good now.
Oh, that's the third core, okay. So you only take it level 26.
Uh, wow, that's sad. That should be like a dice or something. That's this seems awful.
It's because it is.
This seems really bad. Like some of these need to be bumped up a little bit. Okay, yeah, now we're actually doing what's our builder? All right, some kind of cocoon slash attack spell. Interesting. Damaging version. Use an acid poison damage thing. Okay. Huh. Oh, when you shrine, you give people bonuses. Okay, so does that mean you can't summon the bird or the the squirrel? Oh man, I'm gonna miss that little squirrel. Remember when we buffed him way up? That was good times. But this is actually semi-useful, so we'll take that instead. Spell cost reduction. Okay, hit points. Pets gain big bonuses to their hit points. Alright, pets are still bad, but I mean, I guess maybe someday. Oh my gosh, was all this stuff hard sky and thorns? It was. Why do we not have consistent coloring? Uh, you're healing. So druid healers are just gonna be a thing, huh?
Auto cocoon.
Yeah, druid casters are gonna get real good. Maybe druid is the thing to move to. That's great. Spender. Man, being in fire stance is gonna be pretty nuts. Oh, there's 35 uncapped dodge. I'm thinking meld is just gone. That's gonna suck.
All right, I have to go. Have fun with your stream.
30. Next up, bye. Man, these druid things are great. That looks interesting. Salt for people that don't have salt. Some big booms. Oh, and a shield? Man, druids are getting some stuff. That's nice. This tree's gonna actually be good. Very interesting. I have to dig into this a lot more. Like, this may be the new hotness. Gain bonuses to your stats. Alright. This just seems too soft, but the idea is good. Again, the numbers just. This is literally nothing. To boost this up a little bit. Or don't do it. Okay, here's some of the DC boosting that we talked about earlier. Picket School. Evo Conjo Transmutation. Druids are mostly evocation. But you could. I mean, there's. Maybe a Poison Alchemist is doable now. Oh, that's fun. So I guess we're going to shrine to being in a VOD every time now before buffing. You never know. It's only Empyrean is probably gone. The Poison Alchemist maybe will be a thing. Oh, this is fun. So now I just start casting this and slipping into that. There's all kinds of interesting. So Entangle and Spike Growth are healing spells now. This tree's just a lot of. People are going to have to learn what the hell druids do again. Because they are going to come out and people are not going to know what's up.
What's up, man? You got some
Hey!
news for me? Because those first 2 posts I read are making me salty.
Well, so just read through Fury of Quinn, and it actually looks good. Druid Primal is looking crazy good.
I'm curious why they didn't post all of the Destinies.
Probably they're still working on them, or uh, they only want to hear so much complaining at once. Or there's only so much homework to do at once. I don't know. This is a lot of homework.
Oh my god, you're not kidding.
This is nuts, dude.
It's basically like they said to us, hey, you know that style of game that you like to play in our game?
That's
Yeah, throw that in
gone.
the trash. We're done with that.
Yep. It's just straight up gain evasion, no form, stance, whatever necessary. Man, druids are, hmm, they're already kind of a sleeper win.
I don't know. The base system feels to me like we told them, hey guys, it's really hard to level from like 20 to 28 in quests. We would really love to like not do explore areas. And they were like, we heard you.
Now it's harder.
We have made all of the stuff harder to get. You can't get it to level 24. Like, oh,
Hope you
okay.
already had everything. Oh man, making a new character is gonna suck.
Oh yeah.
So there's a couple things that they just absolutely hated. Mass Frog apparently is one of them. So now that's just in Primal.
Yep. Everything that everyone liked is now really niche.
Oh, and it
Mass
has a bigger
Frog,
cooldown.
Dire Charge,
Double cooldown.
Meld is basically gone.
Wasn't Mass Frog is 30 seconds? Or am I
It
high?
has a long cooldown now. I don't know
Oh,
what it
is it a
is, but it's
minute?
long. Yeah, probably.
Oh, well then never mind. This is a copy, yeah, so they hated that. Improved intensify. Yeah, the Druid tree looks real good. The summon thing, they have some things that boost summons quite a bit, but summons are still kind of bad.
Dire Charge not being a feat is so bad.
Well, so Fury had an AoE knockdown.
It only knocks down if you crit, right?
Uh,
I just glanced at it. I didn't get into real
applies a
depth
trip
in it.
to all enemies struck by the cone.
Yeah, so it has to. Okay, so it has to hit him.
Just has to hit, and it's a
So
cone.
so you still fail on a 1.
Uh, looks like. And I don't know if it's an individual attack roll or attack roll against everybody.
I don't know. It
Dire
just
charge does
feels
this
like
too.
they're over the cursory glance that I took. It feels like they are hyper specializing characters. So like you're either going to be like specialized for DPS for like raids, or you're going to have a bunch of like crowd control effects for questing, and it's probably not going to be free to swap. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a pain in the
Yeah.
ass.
Having specs would be nice for that. To suggest that. Specs would be nice for enhancements too, because that's kind of the same thing.
But yeah.
Looking at you,
But
Paladin.
that's what it feels like to me. Is just like you can either build your character to like be survivable and like have crowd control effects while dealing damage, or you can deal the most damage. You can't just like splash dire charge or whatever in your build anymore.
Summon elemental allies. So you summon. Oh, it's totems. They're
It is
stuck
a
to their
way
spot.
that they like it's they're kind of nerfing all the trances in a way too by doing that, right? Because like nobody's taking improved sunder or like improved trip on their bard. you know.
Generally not.
But like splashing one favorite soul for a trance so you can get your dire charge up, that's a thing,
Oh yeah.
but not anymore. Unless you're going to run in Dreadnought, which is probably not going to be the best thing for a bard to be in.
I'm gonna scoot that one next, just because. Okay, the elemental summons are totems that are very clicky. 15 seconds of totem, 15-second cooldown, and they are expensive. 50 spell points. Ouch. These things better rock, because they sound bad on paper.
What does it do?
Okay,
Okay.
so
Summons
there's
a
Heart,
dryad
Sky,
that
and
does
Thorn.
what? Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about on their tooltips. Summons your dryad that does things. You may or may not know. It's only a tier 5 ability and costs a fuck ton of spell points.
Yeah.
But like, we're not actually going to tell you what it does. Come on, DDO devs, you got to be better than that.
Casts fire, light, and healing spells.
Yeah, but like, what does that even fucking mean? How much spell power does it have? How fast does it cast? Is it a sorcerer or a wizard or a druid? You know what I mean? Like, what? Give me the
You
deets.
get to take it and update the wiki that we use for our
Yeah,
internal documentation.
I already yelled at Severlin on the forums, like directly. So whatever.
It's a magic
He
spell.
responded to me bitching, and then I was like, "Oh, here we go, buddy."
Yep,
It's a magic spell, and you get to use spell power to make it work.
indeed. Hey, Duke. We are a little focused. I am streaming, FYI.
You're focused. Okay, if you're
Not
focused, I can hop
focused,
off.
but it is focused on game stuff specifically.
Okay.
So I'll be around
I
later
just-
if you want to catch up on other stuff.
If
I
that's a
just
tier
wanna
1
say
ability
hi.
that summons a thing,
Here.
and just like gives random spells on the tooltip, okay, it's whatever. It's a tier 1 ability. If it's a tier 5, I can only have
It's tier 5.
one. I can only have one tier 5
And you must
tree.
pick
Like,
one.
it has to be compelling. Just saying, what are the fire spells? Is it Burning Hands? Not interested.
This thing better pop out and like drop back-to-back firestorms and mass
That's what I'm
cures.
saying. Is it like Meteor Swarm followed by Comet Fall with like a 300 save? Well, then I'm in. You know, it's like totally different.
That are like fireballs, but at Gatling gun speed.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be Scorch once. I don't know. We'll see.
No, it'll be Walk the Sun, and it'll have like 300 fire spell power, and it'll be like a pretty good at healing. That's probably what it's going to be.
Oh, dude, they got crazy healing stuff. If you see,
No, I meant the summon.
oh yeah,
It's like main things will be based after a favored soul or a cleric,
hmm
so it'll like focus on healing and then like spatter some fire.
yeah. I feel like you should be able to change all these multi-selectors. You just like take it and you should be able to change it on the fly. I think that would be good for any multi-selector.
I guess some of them are not very like conducive to that. Like the Shirati ones are like do a thing with ranged attacks or do a thing with spells. Usually your character isn't good at both, you know.
Yeah, but they've actually made some good decisions in especially like the Deepwood, where you take something and with the exception of Sniper Shot, you get both versions, ranged and melee. I feel like that's
They
good.
hated Stay Frosty, because that ability is gone.
Oh, really? That didn't seem all that
It's
great.
completely gone.
Oh,
It's completely gone, and pin only works on the first enemy that you hit in a line.
Oh, we hating poop side shot? Okay.
Yep. They dislike the range DPS being king. Seems like they're taking away all their like little goodies slowly.
Mm. Oh, legendary dreadnoughts. Multiple
But I think
tactical
they took
abilities
5
and a
off
fear
of
debuff.
the. They took 5 off the DC of the Dare Charge inherently, also.
This must really. Well, I mean, it is a pretty. You pretty much take that on the melee.
Yeah.
So I see how it's problematic from a design perspective.
Is it?
If there's like one choice for everybody, yeah.
Make more choices.
Yeah. There's a lot of these.
What if instead there was like some like big DPS spike thing there? You know what I mean? Like you could either take Dire Charge or you could take like plus
kill
3W.
bosses?
Like what would you choose? Plus 3W or Dire Charge? It's still, you know what I mean? Diversifying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like Dread's gonna be ranged and melee. Momentum Swing has a shooty version.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good design philosophy. Like everything should be as open as possible. Shirati like more encompasses the spellcasting stuff now also, for example. Like kind of like it used to. There's like a compelling reason to be some sort of a illusion wizard and be a Shirati caster. It might be interesting. They get like a second color spray, basically.
Neat.
Fey dark, Fey firelights, or something like that.
Is Blitz just gone?
Tier 5. Oh, Blitz. No, you were talking about Blitz. I thought you meant Dire Charge. Yeah, it's probably gone. They changed everything to have the stack of like whatever kind of a thing you're in. Also, Streamtime already did a talk with Severlin if you wanted to watch that. It goes into more detail on some of the stuff.
Maybe. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly Dread is supposed to be. Looks like Dread's kind of a debuffer
Did
with some
Shrimp
tactical abilities.
idiot
What's up?
Someone join in?
also call Severlin an idiot?
I will.
No, I said did Strimtom do it?
Oh, no.
Of course not.
Why would you insult your boss?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Dread lets you regenerate action boosts.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Alright.
well.
Interesting.
I do like how the pulverizer is selectable. You can get either, any kind.
Impaler, that is good. I feel that's good. Anything, Dire Charge is now in Dread. So Dread's like your CC slash So one thing I did like about the ED system is that you could swap between destinies relatively quickly and easily.
This will be, I guarantee you, implemented identical copy paste to the enhancement trees because that's how the DDO devs are. So it will cost some sort of currency to swap and it'll be clunky and you'll have to reset it
Yeah,
all
that
to zero.
feels. This is really the time where they need to add specs. They need to add it to all of those
Yep.
things that they do. And because they're using a similar system, they should be able to do it for both.
Yeah, even if it was just like it costs to reset them and you have 2 that you can level up, I think that'd be good enough.
Hmm.
Well, hey, I'm playing with one of your guildies.
One of my guildies?
Yeah, one of your guildies.
Who is it?
Little Zap.
Oh, Little Zep.
Yeah.
Do
him.
you still gain action boosts constantly with the Dread? I did not read that anywhere.
That's... Yeah, I don't know.
I do not see it.
That would be a tier 4 or 5 ability if it was there.
You regenerate your boost, but the point of doing something like that is that you're constantly under boost.
Oh, they're on a level 20 Inquisitive Alchemist. Interesting.
It's that's Led Zeppelin's son, pretty casual player.
Okay.
Alright, so Dread's looking like it basically kind of nice for questing and does debuffing. Not looking super spicy.
Primal Fury had a bunch of hit points in it, which was cool.
Fury looks nuts. It just looks really good. Yeah, I'm not. There's neat things here in Dread, but aside from like Dire Charge, it just. I don't know, man. I don't think it compares to even the new Fury. I just.
There's a lot of stuff that says like you get X when you use an action boost. It depends on like how good that actually is, right?
At the moment, it's not.
Because there's like one in the low tier and then one in the high tier as well.
Yeah, there's +1/2/3. A lot of those tier ones that are like add a little bit of something
Yeah,
need to go way
splashable.
up. Like epic
Well-
tactics, 1, 2, 3 tactics. Like that needs to be 2, 4, 6.
Well, the reason
or-
it's not is because it works like an enhancement tree. So for 4 enhancement points or whatever, you could get anything on tier 1 at tier 3. You know what I mean? You could so you could have 6 tactics as a tiny splash for your enhancement points, and they don't want to facilitate that.
I guess it just some of these numbers feel
Yeah, it did go
like
down. Like everything's a nerf. Like I said,
it should be
like the
more than
DCs on
your
all the
regular
stuff is
trees.
going
Like
down.
it should be more than just like your fighter tree. Like this is
They're
your
making you
epic
take
level.
more feats to get the same amount of crit damage in spells. Like crazy. And there's people, people in the DDO Discord that are just like, this update looks dope. And I'm like, oh my god, you people don't know how to read or something.
All right, let's check out Shirati. I thought that was a typo. I thought this was going to be 10 ranged power because it's supposed it's ranged only.
It's ranged in spells,
Well,
but
it's
yeah,
ranged only as in ranged, not melee.
yeah, melee, yeah.
Because I specifically mentioned early on that there's a couple things that are ranged only, and there's some things that are melee only, and there's things that are both. And they had the universal melee power, ranged power chart, which I think is standard from a design perspective. Standardizing that is good because then it's a little easier to compare abilities and trees and things. And so it's not subtle like things like Shadow Dancer and
Yeah,
the
it's good
Bard,
that Audience with the Queen is a core ability
the quote
because
unquote Bard tree.
I've never taken it, and I've played in Shirati a lot. It's so bad. But now you just get it for free as a core, right?
Yeah, yes you do. That's nice. And hopefully you don't have to do that charisma check. That was always dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah,
super
it should
dumb.
just be like a D100 or whatever.
Yeah.
You just roll on the table.
Just get something. Pin, which looks like it's basically the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
that
First
prism,
target.
that prism is basically your new double rainbow, and there's no Stay Frosty or Stay Good.
Deal damage to a random ability score. That seems awful because ability scores regenerate quickly.
Right. But like each tier has a stacking thing that stacks, and it says like if you're in prism, you get X.
Okay, that still seems kind of bad. Specifically
Yeah.
with how they redid abilities to score damage
Yeah.
regeneration.
A 7% chance. Yeah.
That seems real bad. Phalites. Enemies in the cone. Oh, so this is your extra. Okay, that's your extra. What you call it? Prism.
But it's tier 1. I think that's a pretty good like splashable castery thing.
So I only get half my tactics, but we get color spray. off of any ability. That makes sense.
Yep.
Let's see. If you have Luck of Heroes, see, I feel they should delete all of those feats. Delete Bullheaded, all that stuff to reduce bloat.
Snake blood.
Delete all of those. Delete this whole thing, this part of this thing. Just delete.
Also, it should be more, right? If it should just be like it should be
You're
like two,
stuck in
four,
this tree.
six.
Yeah, if you're going after
2, 4,
saves, you're
6 luck bonus.
stuck in this. All of these numbers at tier 1 need to be at least doubled. Like 6 healing amp for the points and like there, like why? In one of the other trees.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, this good luck thing needs to be 2, 4, 6. And potentially like something further up the chain makes it no fail saves, but they probably hate that too. Alright. Deal extra damage of random type, alright. More wild empathy. Whistler, so no more mass
Well,
whistler.
right, but that that rainbow ability used to just be in the core of Shirati,
Hmm.
and now you have to take it. So you're like losing DPS out of that tree, basically. They're making you spend your points on it.
Double shot, okay. Healing spring. Is this?
I didn't read it. I just thought it was the same.
It
I
is.
just
They're
assumed.
very different. Cast vigor on multiple targets. Positive energy, so it's the vigor spell.
That's probably better.
So it's less spiky and
Well,
more
it's
constant.
it's instead of like preemptive, like let me cast this on the party and now let's go. You kind of cast it after the first engage.
So it's just different and uses wild empathy charges.
That's
Interesting.
good because nothing else does,
You get
including
a
wild
crappy
empathy.
version of it in Deepwood. But it takes a
Yeah,
it's that
I've
one's kind
never
of
taken
expensive.
that.
It's 2 clicks of the thing below it and then 4 points.
Yeah, I've never spent the points on it.
I've tried it and it just did not pull its weight.
If I was going to be a ranger healer, I would consider it.
Even then, it just did not pull its weight. There's not enough wild empathy charges. It just did not do enough. All right, double rainbow, random effects. Okay. Gain the watchful eye feat. I gotta say, I'm addicted to the elf version of this, and I'm
Yep,
undecided on action points or feat at the moment, as of here and today.
it's good.
Oh, if you have watchful eye, gain 5% double shot.
Yep.
All right. Multi-selectors for DCs. Okay. Get ghost touch and bypass dodge. If you have the holy strike feat, double that. Interesting. Elemental absorption. Primal charge cap. Okay. Gain some DR. Let's see.
Track is actually really good now.
Yeah, that's the thing on the far left in like level 4 or something right now. That exists kind of today.
It's not as good as that right there.
Favorite enemy, Faye. Okay, so now we gotta
Yep.
readjust our favorite enemies in our different places.
Nah, I didn't take that one.
In case you
That would
didn't
just be
take
new
Faye.
for me.
Whirling wrists.
Used to be tier 3. Now
Step
it's
into
tier
the
4.
wilds.
So you can't get that till like 26 or whatever. Super awesome.
Oh man.
So your
Well, if
throwers
you
just
didn't
suck
already have
more,
your
longer.
leveling is gonna be so much harder now.
Yep.
Gain displacement lasts as long as. Why not just gain displacement? Like, why this get killed or dispelled business? Dispel happy quests also suck, by the way. Why not just get displacement as like an SLA?
or just permanent displacement.
Hmm.
They can do permanent blur. Clearly, they can do permanent, any effect. Permanent freedom of movement.
Yeah. Man, they
Permanent death
must
force.
really hate Nerve Venom too.
Yep. Well, it already sucks now because of double strike changes, so it doesn't matter. It's already an irrelevant ability.
Huntsense looks
I'm gonna be
more
honest.
less
I've been thinking
unchanged.
about taking Nerve Venom out of my build, just being like, what do I need this for?
Okay, so basically this didn't change all that much.
It's a DPS loss because you have to spend your enhancement points on the DPS instead of it being in the core abilities. And there's no Stay Frosty, so and Pin is nerfed. So like all of the CC from Shradi is nerfed basically.
I think all our CC's taking a hit. Unless you're in Fury, they're gonna. Okay, so there's that one. So Shirati, I guess, changed, and some of the DPS and CC took a little bit of a hit. Probably more the CC took a hit because
Yep.
getting that auto or line of dancing guys is pretty dope.
Yep.
All right.
And now you can still do the Whistler. It's still all things, but Pin is only one thing.
I thought I read it was.
Or maybe it's the other way around. Only one of them says
Pin first
only
target
the first one.
hits. Whistler
Yeah. It's in tier 2, but it
does
doesn't say
not
that.
say. That's weird.
Yeah.
Was Pin always like that?
No, Pin does everything.
Hmm. All right.
And it also gives like a big debuff or like a buff to your damage if they're not moving when you hit them.
Oh yeah, it makes them kind of helpless.
It makes them helpless, yeah.
Okay, what do we got next? Shadow Dancer. Stealth and subterfuge meld with the powers of illusion.
I hope you like to tumble.
Oh, what?
You have to tumble to activate it. Dumb.
There's a thing that if you tumble while you're in stealth mode, you get extra sneak attack dice for a short duration.
Oh
And you go
boy.
once per minute.
So you have to be sneaking and tumbling.
Yep.
Oh,
Sweet.
fuck's sake. Okay, you gain evasion. If you already have evasion, get improved evasion. If you already have improved evasion, generate 25% less threat. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
take it.
Sure.
I'll take it.
Stealthy. Yeah, all these things need 2, 4, 6, and this height thing needs to be like
It's
4,
tracking
8,
people down
12.
here.
It just needs to be better.
Ooh, I like Cover of Darkness actually.
Less threat from all sorts. Oh, that's nice.
No, the
tier
Night
3,
Shield.
gain Night Shield.
Yeah.
So this may end up being like a go-to for a lot of people for melees. If nothing else, for the threat reduction. I haven't read through everything yet. Okay, so now I just have a whole bunch of different ways to blind people with this shot or spell.
Tactician, an ability no one wants, but it has a sneak attack dice in tier 3, so everyone takes.
Yeah, if you have nimble fingers.
Oh, well, guess what's on the menu, boys?
Not that, erase.
Nimble fingers.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Chicken fingies.
All
Chicken
right.
thingies.
So this one anyhow is real good cover darkness. Oh, each martial charge now gains a sneak attack die, and no longer. Okay, this seems pretty good. Offhand
Yep.
attack chance. All right, cool. Use our mantle. Go faster, sneak faster. Get ghost touch, bypass incorp. Alright, that's pretty okay. Here's our meld.
Yep, it's garbage. Next.
10%. Ooh, yep, they hated that. But you can have it always running.
It's maximum 50% now, right? So you can only have 5 charges of
Per
whatever the
martial
hell.
charge for 20 seconds. Cooldown 15 seconds, so you can have it always running. But yeah, it
But
is.
you have maximum 5 charges, right?
I'm not sure. I haven't read it all the way through yet.
Doesn't that say at the top? Like at the top of each
No,
page?
it's 3, and then assassinate gives you a martial charge. Oh no, chance. Some of these give you increase your max pool. It's not
Oh, I gotcha.
standardized. They're kind of spread, sprinkled willy-nilly all over the place.
Oh, I see right there in charge in the tier 3. It gives martial charge cap. Plus 1 martial charge cap. Crippled with shadows.
Yeah,
Stupid.
but you're gonna take it probably for that martial cap.
Right.
Grim looks about the same. Get a noisemaker trap. I feel like you're just gonna take this. I think Shadow is gonna still be a thing people dip into because there's a lot of DPS here.
Yeah, if you have nimbly fingies.
Even if you don't have nimble fingers. Oh, there's gonna be fighters taking nimble fingers as feats just to get this, or rangers
Yep.
taking nimble.
God.
People that have feet suspend, paladins will take nimble fingers.
Oh my god.
Okay, so per charge, and so far we've gotten. Where's the extra charges so far?
Just tier 3.
Tier 3. So there's one.
Of the cap. There's stuff to gain charges, but
Right,
that's
right.
the only
I'm looking for the
thing to
cap
boost their
stuff.
cap. Yeah, look at tier 4, Linger in the Dark.
Okay, I'm still Pierce the Gloom. It's kind of interesting.
Helpless damage. It's okay.
I just hate being quailed. All right, what else we got? This. Why? 2, 4, 6? Come on, at least double that. That's basically garbage.
Read the drop. That is the hilarious.
All right, hold on. Damage versus helpless. That's good. First blood. Gain an arcane charge. And now we're starting to do our weird, starting to do our fancy Path of Exile stuff.
Linger in the Dark is good, but that's that ability I was talking about.
Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. That's the dumbest fucking thing. Just erase
All right, and the
that.
whole raid. 3, 2, 1,
Jesus fucking
tumble.
Christ. This is gonna get literally everybody killed constantly. Or not healed and then killed.
No, you just coordinate. That's what I said. All the DPS
No,
mobs.
fuck
3,
you.
2,
If you
1,
use
tumble.
this ability and you tumble out of the heal or into a fucking Sulu circle, you died.
Everyone in DPS mob will
And
take
you're
that,
not getting a res.
and everyone will just
I will swing my
coordinate so they
healer
all
stick at the rest
tumble.
of this raid until it
They
goes
all
away. Or
tumble
you
the
get bored.
same way at the same time.
No, fuck
Oh,
this.
yeah, like-
Coordinated,
Fuck
like
this.
People
This is
can't
the
kill
dumbest thing in the
monsters-
planet.
like synchronized swimming.
No, this
People
is
can't kill
awful.
the monsters in Shroud at the same time. You expect that to
This is
happen?
literally
Give me a
awful.
fucking break.
This is terrible. Just delete that. Try again. Somebody thought this was funny, and it's gonna just. This is the change stone. Yes, of this thing.
Exactly.
Okay, this is still pretty badass. The improved shadow form.
3, 2, 1, tumble.
No. Oh, mass PK. Interesting.
You like how their +1 to critical multipliers is only like a select splattering of weapons.
Finessable melee weapons. I mean, yeah.
They're like, get out of here, Barb. We don't want you.
It's just a taste. And I guess no more busted consume. We're just gonna mass PK things.
Weird.
I mean, that sounds kind of fun, mass PK. I don't know if you would go into this Destiny just to pick that up, but
I don't know, man. The tier 5 on that tree is not very compelling to me.
this seems like a weird, like, elite level, as in
I'm like,
difficulty level.
do I need that 3 assassinate DC out of that tier 5? If I don't, I'm probably not doing it. Probably going somewhere else, right?
Yeah, this needs to be bigger. This is epic stuff, not fucking first level assassin abilities. 5% stacking
Yeah.
debuff seems to be gone. I don't think so. It was.
That
Maybe
was
it
a
is
core
gone.
ability, and they didn't show us the core abilities on this preview, right? Or
One,
unless
two,
there's only 3.
three. Aren't there more cores than 3?
Well, there used to be.
Well, maybe they'll put in some more cores.
Yeah, I don't know. They added a debuff to Shirati, though.
Only 3 for level 30s. This says level 26.
Well, remember they're trying to push past 30, so I think they're gonna have 3 up to
Oh,
30.
you're probably right.
And then when they push to like 33, then there's gonna add another one.
Well, so okay, I want to show something here. So this chart is great because now you have things to do at all the levels, except for this level 29 where you get all your gear. Why is this an empty spot? Put something here. Put another Destiny feat there. Put something there. Why is this
At
empty?
least, at
That's when you
least
get all your gear.
until, at
Put
least
something
until they
here.
move.
Why not just put another Destiny feat there? Or something. Just put some kind of choice there because the whole point, as you even said, was, hey, we wanted to make sure you're doing things at these levels. Well, then put something here because now we're not doing anything there. Okay, I'm done complaining about that.
Are you?
I'm gonna have to link this to
It should
Samus
be.
now because he's like, there's nothing to do with these levels. Oh, you know there is. I'm gonna do it all the levels.
Yeah.
Grandmaster of Flowers.
It should just be like. It should be like epic toughness. Congrats, buddy. You got there. Level 29. Here's 50 hit points.
Here comes more. We hate monks and never want monks to be good.
Let's see.
I didn't read
Gain
this
some
one
stuff.
yet, so.
Monks are never gonna be good again. Monks
mean,
are like good for like a
Discipline feat,
minute.
guys. Discipline.
Well, actually, the disciple material
This is
seems
nice.
pretty good as like a splashable thing, right?
Yeah.
It's
this is
tier.
nice.
Oh, it's a core
No, it's
ability.
a core.
No, never
It's a
mind.
core.
But that is good though.
Here
Just
we
like
go.
free
246
silver
time
bypass.
disease. That's better.
Yeah, 246. Why aren't the rest of them like that?
These should all be double what they are because they're epic abilities.
Well, you could instead get +3 heal,
Yeah,
intimidating bluff,
369 healing amp.
and 9
Why?
healing amp.
That's
Oh, but
double
it's
all of
also
these.
3 heal OP.
Double all of these. These are so terrible. All right.
Should
Multi-selector.
be 5, 10, 15 at least, at a minimum.
Something. Focus on what gets some key. Alright. Lily petals. Fire. Some keys.
All you need to read is fire a bolt of pure key, and then you can stop reading because it'll be bad. So you didn't.
Oh. Attempts to stun for 2 seconds. Maybe that's not. Maybe a ranged stunning fist isn't too bad.
If it's the same like the Drow fairy fire spell that's like forever slow, it'll be bad.
No, it says fire bolt a key, dealing force damage, dealing force spell power.
Yeah, firebolt. The spell firebolt is very slow, and if a mob sidesteps like half an inch, it will miss them. So if it is that using that spell animation,
No,
it
well
is
that
bad.
would be bad. Attempts to stun a guy, cooldown 6 seconds. Passive key gen for all your monk archers. Oh wait. 3/6 spell resistance. This again. This needs to be much bigger. Oh, there's so many words here. I'll confuse people. All right.
It does extra crit. The first one is a +5 W +3 crit range.
Stun guys. So probably this one. Oh, this wait. Does this
The
stun
first one
people?
is your raid one.
Oh, attempts to stun all enemies struck. Oh, this is a cleave. This is a Kaioken. Kamehameha. This is a line.
Yep.
Okay.
The first one is your raid DPS one.
And then this is. Okay.
The first one does the most damage. The last one does damage, but to a wide area, and this middle one's a stun.
Well, these all stun.
Oh, sure.
All three of these attempt to stun. They just have different shapes. And this one, yeah, this one's gonna hit harder in that cleave.
Yeah,
So
because it's got the +3 crit threat multiplier.
probably take this one then. This is like their dire charge, sort of.
Well, that's the single target, right? So you have a choice of
Melee
like,
cleave attack.
am I questing? Do I want this AOE stun?
Yeah.
Am I
It's also melee
raiding?
cleave.
Do I want the? Oh,
Yeah, melee cleave.
well, it looks like the bottom one though is like a cone though, right? Or a line.
Well, it says it's a line, and then this is looks like a fireball. Your basic attacks replaced by pure key projections. Oh, and if
Okay,
3
so it's like
charges
a
are
firewall.
consumed, then you fireball.
It's like a firewall directly in front of you, a fireball explosion in front of you, or a regular cleave.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And Niniac Dance Flowers is totally dead. They hate that. They hate that twist so real bad. Any twist that showed up in every build is
Yeah,
done.
you don't need to worry about twisting anymore. No, nobody's twisting. It's dead.
Spins a meditate charge. Is that our charge name? Meditate charges.
Yeah, martial charge.
And one martial charge. So this probably meant to say martial charge.
Oh, so you can cast a heal, but only on yourself. That's interesting.
Yes.
1 minute cooldown. That's especially as like a monk, you're not gonna have the best like healing gear on, so a heal is gonna be. You
You
know what I
gain
mean?
meditation,
Like,
gaining
dumb.
meditate charges, and then you take this to spend them. That. Oh wow, this seems. Why doesn't this just work off of martial charges? Hmm. So you've already broken your whole system here by adding another secondary weird side charge in this, versus just running everything off of the charges baked into your thing, which actually made a lot of sense.
It is a rule that monks have to be more complicated than necessary.
Oh, and we'll carry on then. All right, off chance strike 3%. So this is still something.
Let me check my notes. Yep, that makes sense, Beef.
All right. Again, this
Have
needs
you
to
ever
be
played a
fixed.
3.5 monk?
Many times.
They're complicated for no reason.
Bard and Monk are my two favorite classes in Pen and Paper D&D.
Oh, here's our Dance of Flowers, up way up at tier 3. And the stuff to get up to here is kind of bad. So Dance of Flowers is pretty much done as a twist. Quote unquote twist.
Yeah.
Whirling Steel Strike, Deflect Arrows, and Archery. Tumble through enemies, immune to March charge cap. Basically. Let's see. Oh, here's all the no longer fail saves. They probably hated those too.
Oh, it's a
That's
multi-selector,
kinda cool.
so you can't even get all of them anymore.
Yeah.
The Piercing Clarity already does that. I don't think it gives you
Helpless
true
damage
seeing.
seems to be in most of the DPS trees.
That's because they took away the ability to twist sense weakness.
Hmm.
So they just gave everyone sense weakness.
This needs to be increased. At least they're looking at it.
Oh, 15 MRR cap? Come on, it's so good.
This needs to be doubled. Most of these things just need to be
That
doubled.
needs to be it needs to be plus 50 MRR cap at tier 3.
Okay, here's our
Half,
usual crit multiplier.
I don't feel like going to 100 MRR on your monk is like game breaking, do you? I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Or what if it's 30 or 50 if you're an Earth Stance? You know what I mean?
Oh, enemies become vulnerable to sneak attack and lose 100% fortification. You got to keep your key up, and you basically have it indefinitely. So this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, but then you have to bring
A monk
somebody in tier. No, it doesn't have to be a monk.
or a tier
It's
5
just to
this.
be somebody that has key, and I think the enhancement tree gives you the ability to use key.
Yeah. So
So
Kensai
it's
should be
just-
good for this.
Yeah, somebody in that tree.
Some Kensai has to bring this. Or somebody that took these weapons. Or some kind of key weapon.
Yeah,
Balance attacks. See,
you could do it with
this
an
needs to
archer. I think
be
you can get the Zen
doubled.
archery out of that that tree for free.
Purple knockdown. Oh, this was in. This is pieces that were in a whole nother place. Again, all these need to be doubled.
Oh yeah, bounce attack. That's great. Why is it over there? That's crazy.
They turned primal into a caster tree completely, and it actually looks pretty cool.
Hmm.
Okay, let's count again. I know this is the one we just looked at. Where is max charges? Every single max charge. One max charge. Um,
But they're specific. It's +1 martial charge. It's
oh,
not. You know what I mean? So like only the 3 destinies are going to synergize with each other in that way.
dodge camp. Okay, see this particular one. Some of the others had more. Shadow had only one cap increase, so the most you're.
Well, I just meant that if you wanted to use the things that benefit from martial charges, you're limited to taking stuff from Dreadnought, Shadow Dancer, and Grandmaster.
There
The other
was
things
some
won't
crossover,
increase. Okay,
but not
but
a lot.
I think it's very limited. That's my point, though, is
Oh
if you
my
wanted to be
God.
like, I want the most martial charges possible.
Oh, why are you making? Okay. Let's damage enemies with our shield. All right. Melee
I
power.
mean, that's real popular. I mean, if it's good, then let it be. Let it be. You know?
Oh wow, confront. They really hated confront any foe. So now it's at the core and does ups your defenses. All right, get
Oh,
smites.
good.
Do
Well, that's
things
what
with
Paladins
smites.
needed. More healing amp.
Secondary shield chances. Cleaves.
You know what they should give the Paladin? A single target thing that like makes an enemy like qualify for all the shit that they get boost for, like making it evil or whatever. Like judge unworthy or something. And then like you can get your bonuses off that one guy for a duration. Kind of like how rogues can make stuff vulnerable to sneak attacks for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they should give paladins.
But you gotta remember, based on what Sam said, everything that is break immunity is overpowered.
Well, I just feel like at least like in the Reaper rating, like my paladin is good for like 3 of the raids and like pretty unplayable for some of the other stuff
Oh,
because
this
I'm
is
not getting
interesting.
that big bonus.
If you get your range paladins can be a thing. If you can get your, well, today they can be. If you can get your charges quick enough, this is pretty good. Sunder. These are spenders. Where's the builders?
Tier 1.
Oh, this already gives 5 stacks of vulnerability, so maybe you don't necessarily need another one. You just keep hitting with this. I'll see a
And it
cooldown.
grants a charge too when you use
Yeah.
that.
I was trying to see if you could build your charges quick enough to just smash it into this.
The other one's just a huge damage burst, isn't it? Or maybe they're
So
maybe
they
that's
both give. Oh,
It's a
it's range
sunder.
versus single. It's range versus single. So it's a big
Ah.
hit, and then it fully stacks them up on, or gets them
Yeah.
pretty fully stacked up on vulnerability and armor destruction. And
If
it's
it
a
was
smite evil
a
attack, so it powers the one move.
yeah, but if it was a stacking vulnerability, it'd be a different story.
Base attack bonus, you character level. Okay. True Seeing, immune to blindness, divine charge cap. This again, 2 magical
6
resistance.
MRR.
When you have a shield, immune to magic missiles. Okay. But this just needs to be bigger. Gain like every
That's
favorite
pretty good
weapon
for
under the sun.
tanks. The shield and immunity to magic missile. It's pretty good for tanks.
This may, I think they're trying to make this into the tank thing. Maybe. Get favorite weapons, become implements.
Wait.
What?
So you have to pick. What if you're already a follower of that religion?
Then.
They should add like it adds like plus 2W to that weapon type.
Oh, well, I guess this lets you be like Helm follower, but not a PDK or an Eberron, or sorry, Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, I
Or
guess,
you can
but
be
like
Forgotten Realms and then worship
right.
Vol.
I'm just saying they should give a bonus of some sort for like going all in, like doubling. I am so all in on
Oh
Vol that
yeah,
I get
take
plus
Helm
1
and
to
do a
hit for
Helm.
daggers or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but instead you can take Nimble Fingers and get.
Yeah, nimble fingers.
So this is kind of fun. What's this? When you are struck below half hit points, you consecrate. They're trying to make this into a tank thing, but it just doesn't have enough tanking things in it. So I don't know what's up with this.
It's more tanking things than Fury. All that HP.
Favorite weapons you wield, gain plus dice. That's cool. Use our Crusade. Looks about the same. This stuff looks kind of
Book
about
of
the
War
same.
is way worse.
Oh, because he gave like a really big booty plus.
Yeah.
Damn. Power critical feat. Smite evil attacks apply the Crusade buff to your entire party for 4 seconds. Interesting.
Maybe.
That covers, so you cover the gaps when you drop your Crusade. So when the Crusade circle goes away, you hit this. Okay. Please, somebody play shields. Okay, I see what you're doing. Critically hit an attack, you deal extra law damage. Ability. Weapons, that's champion. Okay, so I don't know. This probably what debuffers will run into. Will run in. Oh, is that all the? That's all these guys so far. So we don't see the spellcasters yet. Because I was really wanting to look at the, what you call it? Defender or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
When I check the Sork Destiny, it's mostly empty. Makes it about, yeah, you can, for nigga, yeah, you get, I don't know how long ago you said that because I'm real good at paying attention to chat. Yeah, basically being able to make sure you can always get your favorite weapon. Yeah, it looks like they don't have any of the real hardcore caster destinies aside from Shirati and Primal. Primal actually looked good. But most importantly, right here, boys,
Nimby fingers.
They didn't show the the
Half Elf
elves
Cosmetic
though.
Revamp.
Yeah, you're gonna have to load Womania to see them.
Half Elves are now playable.
Maybe they might look like Chunk.
Do the trouble
We
shuffle.
just give them stickers, it's fine. Meanwhile, here's Fury. They got kind of a version of what you call it, Dire Charge and Fury Strikes. Adrenaline Strikes hit harder than they do now. So Fury's just gonna continue to be nuts. Okay with this. And you can die the hardest.
They didn't show Fate Singer either.
And not. No more hymns.
Oh, those kind of things
That's
are
fine.
probably totally done.
That's fine. I don't really care for those abilities all that much.
So
I like hymns.
I mean, it's a buff, right? Whatever.
Mhm.
yeah.
I like hymns. Hymns are good.
So really, a lot of these guys just changed, but in some ways, at the moment, we're losing some oomph, whereas Fury
It's a
continues to
nerf.
just keep getting things.
It's a nerf to everything except Fury, probably,
Yeah, because we all lose.
including like the ability to level easily.
Yeah, that gets hit because they apparently there's just such a. So if you start off fresh off the boat, it's easier. But once you have filled in your destinies, like if you're someone that has your destinies filled in today, it's going to be harder.
Yep.
So I like the fact that they're making a brand new fresh player's task easier,
All 2% of those people.
but everybody getting hit so hard that yeah, it's gonna suck. I'm even more glad now I made an alt account to level with. Cause well, like the second you hit 20, you just turn on. You know, like you're 20, you go into Evening Star, you just wreck
Oh yeah,
things.
you're just doing Slayers. Like everyone's doing Slayers until like 24 or 25 now.
Yeah, now go to the orchard, go to, you know, wherever else.
Barovia. Orchard, Barovia, Thunderholm.
Several of them
So
make statements like, "We would like people to do less Slayers because they're taxing on our physics engine," and then they go and do stuff like this.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. Like maybe some of this should be front loaded, or maybe they need the more front load this Destiny stuff, or adjust every single quest in like the 20 to 26 range, ish,
To be easier or more XP or what?
easier to account
I
for the fact
also
that you're less good.
I also think they should like significantly buff the amount of Reaper experience you get in heroic.
I agree with that.
What is the reason that you get like 5 times as much XP at cap that you do in heroic? Does anyone know? Is there a reason?
Nope.
I don't know, man. The whole Reaper system is kind of goofy too. The fact I had to TR just to get Reaper experience again, that feels bad.
Yep.
And then once I
Yeah,
do
I've
it my
wanted to
first
TR
time,
my
so I gotta
main
TR
for
again.
like a month at this point, but I've been really slacking. I don't want to do it until I get my alt up.
The reason
But
is
playing
Power
my alt
Gamer
feels like a
con
job.
job on the forums.
What level's your alt now?
18.
Hmm.
Level Samus. Maybe I'll pike his XP tonight.
And I was 18 like 2
He's
days
like
ago.
17-ish. We were gonna do litany. I finally found my litany. Who's it, Samus? If you're watching, it was underneath 80 items worth of TR cash.
You counted it?
That's how many items were in my bank,
I see.
and it finally appeared.
Yeah, he's not online yet.
I like a lot of this stuff conceptually. If it had been like, if the Destiny system had been launched like this, that would have been okay. But it's just the haves are just gonna be more ahead. The have-nots, like people in the middle, are just once again gonna take it in the pooper.
Having all of your epic pass lives is a way bigger deal now. Also, I don't know if you read that.
I did. That's
I'll be right back. I gotta change laundry.
You get 1 enhancement point per thing per 3 epic pass lives,
where was that? Maybe it was here.
and then you get like stacks of epic completionists. So you can have epic completionist 4 times.
Yep, here we go. It also looks like maybe the little Destiny tomes are level gated, judging by this statement.
Yeah, I kind of gleaned that as well.
So yeah, so the epic completionist and epic ultra completionist do get
Yeah, it's a
quite
way
a
bigger
bit.
deal
Yeah.
than it was. Like there, it's already a big deal because of all the defensives, and then now
Oh
it's
yeah.
just like,
Like
oh,
I
by
think
the way, it's like 12 enhancement points. Like, oh shit.
it should probably be a little bit more linear climb than what it is listed here. Because there's some definite steps and there's some really, I mean, 12 lives for one
I'm
point.
really bad at thinking about that without like being in that.
There's such a big, like 12 ETRs is not insignificant for that one point.
Well,
Like, what if it was, a little bit less for the same or close to the same?
no. You get a point for every 3 lives. Right?
3 epic pass lives to 1 fate point.
Yeah.
Where's the completionist thing?
Epic completionist, rather than getting a twist, will instead get +1 destiny action point. So it's just like extra.
So every 12 you gain an extra one beyond the every.
Yeah. Yes.
That sounds kind
Every
of soft
12 you
actually.
get
Yeah, it
2.
is. That actually sounds not great for the people that went all the way in.
Well, it's more points.
It is
Depending
more
on what
points,
that
but
buys you. If that's the difference between getting to tier 3 versus tier 2 in
yeah,
like your 3rd tree, it might
it
make a
just
huge deal.
it feels like the first epic completionist is just way more impactful than like damn near everything. Like you get that extra twist, that is super impactful versus this. Ah, here we go. With all 48, we'll have 4. We'll have 4 permanent destiny points. I mean, I guess you get them early, so maybe that's the thing. So you get them starting at 20. But I don't know. Having the extra twist versus not, like it seems bigger than this. But maybe that's not the case. Well, I guess if you're gonna go after high skull solos, do it now.
Yep. Lose dire charge, lose meld,
Yeah, lose those. Lose a bunch of stuff.
lose DCs.
We're all losing. Um, we're all losing a weapon die. We're all losing probably some double strike. Maybe. I guess it depends on where you twist into. You won't need to necessarily immediately epic TR again, I don't think.
Is that a like stat that the monsters get? Epic resilience.
Some kind of buff to their
Yeah,
DCs.
they're just
Yeah.
like flat bonus to their
Yeah.
saves.
Crusader, where did I put? Oh, there's Shadow Dancer. I think we're still splashing into Shadow Dancer.
Not for meld.
I think we're doing it for some sneak attack dice.
Yeah, if you have nimbly fingies.
Well, you get this also.
Yeah, and you can go into stealth mode and roll around.
So the other classes gain martial charges also. So um, you can gain. Oh, I guess that's a thing too. Even if you did go all the way up to meld, were able to afford it, you could get extra martial charges from some other destiny.
Yeah, it's going up to tier 4 and you can tumble around. It'll be fun.
God.
Tell your friends. We could do a raid and then I can like take a video of it and rescore it to some music and submit it to synchronized swimming competition.
Jesus. Watch tumbling cause like massive lag. We all activate tumble and just crunches to a halt.
The only music that would work to would be the Benny Hill theme song.
It would definitely work to that. But I bet something else would fit too.
I don't know, man.
Maybe some Venetian snares with like a 19/7 tempo.
Meanwhile, in Fury, we're just going absolutely nuts.
Top dog.
Gird your loins against demons!
3, 2, 1, tumble.
So, the one destiny I thought would get completely wrecked probably is the most ahead.
I'm curious as to like wild weapons, for example. Does the strike through on that multi-selector require a two-handed weapon, or can I just get like 30% strike through randomly on my single weapon?
Fighting style impacts that currently. So, with a hand and a half or two-hander,
Right, but I just meant like the way
it'll
that they're
bypass that.
worded on the. See how it's worded? It just says like strike through.
Yeah. Well, things like
Chance.
that
Like
now don't
if
give
I
you
just
more
get
strike
that,
through unless you are two-handed or hand and a half.
right? But who knows how they implement it?
That's fair. I mean,
So
at
are
least the
you
choice is interesting.
actually going over to Lamania today or what?
Probably not. I kind of want to level up.
Okay.
I gotta cook dinner. I'm gonna peace out and do that. I'll see you
Alright.
later.
All right, bye.
Well,
Love you.
I've gone through it. I've looked. So
Okay, was just wondering.
I think it's time to
I
grab a
know
bite and do
Trim
some
Tom
leveling.
is doing that.
Samus is going to be on eventually.
Are you like baby level or like
16, 15, somewhere in there.
okay. Not where I can play with you because I'm like almost level 21.
Oh, no.
And I am doing Orchard Slayers because that's what you do when you hit 20.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn off the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. Those are some hot takes from various people.
Bye. Love you guys. Bye.
I guess we'll see. Everybody make sure to comment on the forums what you like, don't like. Maybe with a little bit of constructive commentary,
Don't call Severlin an idiot, even though he is.
we
Don't
can
call him that.
get some of these a little bit better. And we're all just going to have to live with the fact that we're going to lose a lot of the tools we've gotten used to. RIP Meld. Alright. Well, thank you all, and I will see you later.